Let's crochet this fun and easy sock monkey wallet. So what you will need to make this little wallet case: some yarn, crochet hook, whatever size you need to reach your desired length, scissors, some buttons, and a stitch marker. Let's get started. First, you'll need to make a chain as wide as the bottom of your cards. This is how I make my slip knot. And there you go. Insert your yarn into the hook, yarn over, and make a chain as wide as the bottom of the card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see if that is wide enough. No. We'll go one more, 12. This is a stitch we just worked. You don't count this one. This is a second stitch. One, and put your stitch marker. 2, 3, and then you go into the first stitch where the stitch marker was, because you're going in the continuous round. You're not chaining one and turning. So now this is your first chain. Put your stitch marker back in. So you did 11 stitches on this side, 11 on this side. You should have 22. 22 will be your magic number. So that's 1, 2. Just go around and around, single crochet. Do not connect and turn. Just round, round, and round. Okay, so this is how far we have gotten. Now let's check the cards. Gotta go a little bit more. Maybe 2 more rounds. Alrighty friends, we've done about 13 rows, and now it sits exactly where I need it. And we're going to stop, and I'm going to show you how to make the mouth, so you can open it and take your cards out. So let's do that now. We just finished this row. Let's take our stitch marker out. 1, put the stitch marker back in. 2, 3, 4. Now my count might be different from your count depending, like I said, what thickness yarn. I'm just using worsted weight yarn. I'm using a 4.5 hook. If you use a thicker hook, obviously you'll have less chains. So we did about 4. Let's do 1 more because I'm trying to get the mouth right at the corner. 5. And let's put the card back in, because you got to be able to take the card out, the cards. So that's about right. So what we're going to do is make a chain to go all the way across to this end. So to mark it where I need it to stop, I'm going to put a stitch marker right on that corner so I know exactly where to connect. So we're going to count those stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 stitches. So what I'm going to do is crochet 1 more, make it 11, so that it puffs up more, because if you do it smaller, you won't be able to bend it back to get the cards. So you want the chain to be a little bit wider so it can fold back and not have a problem getting your cards out. So we're going to chain 11. stitches, 11 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're going to connect right into that stitch where the stitch marker's at. Let's take that out. And let's do a single crochet. Now let's stop right there. Now we're going to test it. We're going to put our cards in. Do they go in fine? Yes. Are you able to bring the smile over? Yes. So that's a win-win. See, that's what you want to do. If you have less chains, you can't lift it over. But since you have that extra one, it's no problem. So now let's go around to the stitch marker. Okay, so we are back. Let's put our hook in that stitch and continue doing single crochets in the round. And now we're going to start crocheting into the stitch. I crochet through the back instead of turning it this way. Two. 22. Okay. Now let's check it again. So we've gone ahead and put our cards in. Now you want to be able to pull it over and it works. That way you take your cards out. Put your cards in and they are protected. So now we're going to keep going a few more stitches because you want to have that space to add the eyeballs. So let's keep going. Okay, my friends, we went ahead and did 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 rows more. You see how much gap that has inside? It's perfect. We're going to go ahead and close it up. You can still pull it over and get your cards out. So let me show you how I close it up. And then we're going to start the mouth, the eyes, and the ears. I turn her inside out. So let's go ahead and sew in our ends. Just pick it up between a few stitches. Don't pull too tightly because you don't want it to distort. There you go. And cut the tail. Now bring it back. We're going to go ahead and single crochet to the end and then sew the top. So let's go ahead and take the stitch marker out. One. Well, we don't need to keep count anymore. We're just going to the end. Because then we're going to do, we're going to stitch it up closed. So is that the corner? Yeah. Okay, just cut yourself about 12 inches of yarn. Let's pull this through. And now thread your needle. Let's go through this one and turn it around. I'm going to catch this stitch and this stitch. We're going from the inside out. Inside out. And we are done with the closing of the top. Now I'm going to run it through and go inside out and tie our string, hide our tails. So there you go. Let's check again. Always keep checking. Make sure your cards go in and you can pull it over and close it. Perfect. Now, I used different colored yarn for the mouth and for the ears. If you want to keep going with the same color yarn, that's fine. You want to pick up a gray, yellow, pink, switch it to purple, green, whatever color. This is your creation, however you want to make it. What I'm thinking of doing is I have some of this yellow big twist from Joann's. And because there's a little bit of yellow there. So I'm going to make the ears in yellow and the mouth in yellow. So let's get started with that. Okay, as you guys know, we are working on this sock monkey, and I don't like his mouth. He has a cold sore is what I'm calling it, and I would like to fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and redo the mouth on this new sock monkey that I have started already. And everything else is exactly the same except how we start the lip for the sock monkey. So let me show you how I'm doing that. So here's a sock monkey with no mouth. We're going to go ahead and turn him upside down and put our crochet hook from top to bottom. Put our yarn in, single crochet, and pull that stitch down. Now let's make one single crochet all the way around while working over our tail. Put our stitch marker into the first stitch. Okay, we've done one single crochet all the way around. Now let's get to the first stitch. Do not slip stitch, just go right in and make a single crochet. Put your stitch marker right back in. And when we get to the corner, let's go ahead and cut off this yarn. When we get to the corner of the mouth, which is right here, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do 2 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet, and 2 single crochet. So let's go ahead and do that together. Two single crochet in this stitch in the first. 1, 2. 1 single crochet in the next. 2 single crochet into the third stitch. And 1 single crochet till we get to the end to this corner, and I'll meet you back. Okay friends, we're back to the corner. We're going to do 2 single crochets in the first, 1 single crochet in the second and 2 single crochet in the last. So 2, 1, 2. One, 2, 1, 1, 2. And now let's do 1 single crochet for 3 more rows. There you go. Twist it. Now let's check our cards again. Cards go in. Gets covered with the mouth. Now we're on to the ears and the eyes. Now for the ears, I made them a little smaller. You can make them bigger. You can omit the ears. This is your creation, whatever you'd like to do. So again, I'm going to use the yellow yarn to do the ears. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail, make an X, hold it down with my pinky, under, over. Whoop. Grab that yarn. And now let's pull this running strand through. So let's chain 1. We're going to do a half, a double, triple, double, half, and single. And there's your ear. Bring it in, close it. Ta-da! And cut your yarn. Again, leave a little bit so you can sew it in. I'm going to sew it right there. This one was above the mouth, so you can do it any way you want. There's no right or wrong way. This is your creation. So don't worry about, oh, it's too big, it's too small, it's not the right color. You don't have to worry. Let's do one more ear. Magic circle, under, over, whoop. Chain 1, half, double, triple, double, half, and single. And that's my half of ear. Cut the yarn, pull it through, pull this in. Here's my little half a ear. Yay. Okay, so let's sew the ears on. You don't have to be perfect. I am not perfect. I make plenty of mistakes. Put it on behind the ear. And go in. A little bit of a stitch. And go in. You're just sewing it on. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. See how it looks in the front. Perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. I just want the ear on. You guys can do it any way you're comfortable with. I'm going to sew this part in and then sew some more on that side with the other strand. Now let's work this little end in. And make sure that you only grab those little stitches on the end. You don't want to stick it in here because that's where your wallet goes in and you're going to end up closing it shut. So you just want a little bit of stitches on the end. How's it looking? Beautiful. I like it a lot. And I think that's it. Sew in our ends. Beautiful. Beautiful. Same thing on the other side. Try and get it even. You don't have to. So it's coming in there. Make sure that's like this. And start there. Grab a piece. So you're basically grabbing some of the gray and then putting the needle into the yellow. A stitch of the gray, a stitch of the yellow. Stitch of the gray, stitch of the yellow. Now let's go back up. If the ears are crooked, that's fine. Leave it, don't stress. As my friend Ralph says from the Dabbling Hook, that's what gives it character. Let's see. Beautiful! And one more for safe measure. And now we're going to go and hide our tails. How's it look? Beautiful! Look, he's even smiling. He's happy too. Yay! And we have a smiley face. I know he has a little indent here. Let's try and push it back in. Like I said, I am not perfect. That's fine. It gives it character. Now he can smile. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. Oh, check again. Can you put your cards in? Yes. Can you cover it? Yes. Will they fall out? No. So, for the eyes, I have button eyes. I have black. I have white. And I also have these googly eyes. So I'm thinking I'm going to put some googly eyes on it and hot glue it. Oh, I think that's perfect. Perfect! So, how are these eyes? These are a little wider apart. And it's crooked, as you can tell. The eyes are going this way. And it's fine. I love it. I like it a lot. This is my little first wallet, my prototype. This is the second one I've made. I'm going to get my hot glue gun and stick them on right about there. Okay, here's my hot glue gun. Whoa! Let's put a little dab. And stick it on. A little dab. Careful not to get burnt. And stick it on. How's that look? Slide it over. It's okay. I love it. And we are done, my friends. We are done. Here's my first prototype. And this is my second. I hot glued the googly eyes. You just take off the little string once it dries. Do the cards go in? Yes. The eyes are not going anywhere. They're hot glued. They're fine. And you have a one-of-a-kind sock monkey wallet. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was fun and easy for you. I used acrylic yarn. You can use any kind of yarn you want, any size hook. Just make sure that you want to have tight stitches, not too tight, but tight enough to where if you do put some coins and stuff inside, you know, it's not going to fall out. It's going to stay in place because the mouth is closed and the stitches are pretty tight. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun making it for you guys. I cannot wait to see what color combinations you use, and if you use button eyes or glue-on eyes, or if you use little pom-poms from the dollar store. Thank you so much again for hanging out with me, and have a beautiful day. Bye, friends.